to Yoga with Aya. Today I'd like to practice hip opening yoga. So grab your mat and water and let's begin. Find comfortable cross-leg seated pose. Place your hands on your knees, either palm facing down or facing up for grounding. Begin to lengthening your spine and deepen your breath. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Your chin slightly tucked towards your chest. Nice, slow inhale from your nose and slow exhale out through your nose. You can keep your soft gaze open or you can shut your eyes, whatever you prefer. Now bring awareness to your breath. Make sure to pull your belly button towards your spine. And let your knees relax down towards the ground. Like to set an intention for your practice, maybe it's a good time to do that. Otherwise, just focusing on your breath. Make the nice connection to the ground with your hip bones. Okay, slowly blink your eyes open. If you're closing your eyes, place your hands together at heart center. Nice slow inhale, lift your hands up, look up. Exhale, open your hands and come back to heart center. Again, inhale, look up and exhale. We're gonna do one more time. Nice slow inhale. Look up this time, hold at top of your breath for a few moments. And exhale out through your mouth. Okay, this time place your left hand on top of your right knee, right hand behind your hips. Simple twist here. Inhale, come back to center. Let's switch. Right hand on top of your left knee. And turn your head, look back. Okay, come back to center, hands back on your knees, and begin to rotate your hips in a circle. Nice slow inhale to press your chest forward. Exhale, lean back. Okay, let's reverse the rotation here. Again, inhale to press your chest. Exhale to lean back. Okay, slowly come back to center. Now slowly split your legs wide. Come to a wide leg seated pose. So find your own angle that you're comfortable with. Place your hands in front and make sure to have an outer rotation of your inner thigh. Make sure to point your toes. Again, connect with your breath. Engage your core so you are not collapsing forward or you're not leaning back. Slowly begin your fingertips forward. So it depends on how tight you are. You might want to use a block or blocks. You can place blocks underneath your hands, or you can rest your forearms. Kind of feels good here today, so I'm just gonna stay here a little bit longer. Each inhale, create space in your body, and each exhale, you can come forward a little bit deeper. You can drop the block down if you feel like. Maybe see you can try to put your forehead down on the block. So it doesn't have to be all the way down here. You can try the mid height or even the highest height. So find your own comfortable height of the block. Let's slowly come back up one phase at a time. Okay. When you're ready to close, hands underneath your knees and slowly pull your knees together to touch. Hug your knees into your chest, take a few moments. Slowly lift up your head. Find your tabletop pose, hands and knees. Make sure your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hip with hip distance apart. Split your fingertips nice and wide. We're gonna do cat and cow to warm up. A nice slow inhale, lifting your gaze, arching your back, lift your tailbone. Exhale, begin to round your back, nice and slow, and look to your belly button. Inhale, slowly come back to cow pose. And exhale, round your back. Let's do one more time, nice slow inhale. Lift up, look up. And exhale. Round your back and slowly come back to neutral. Now slowly lift your right leg behind, flexing your toe. So you don't want to lift too much that you're not comfortable. Make sure to level your hips and flex your back toes. Hold in there for a couple more breaths. Okay, now slowly bend that knee and keep flexing your right foot. Now inhale, lift that foot up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Try not to look to the side and do that lift. You are looking straight down and lift and down. Squeeze your bums. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Okay, release it down. If you like to sit over your heels and stretch your hands, you can. When you're ready, come back to tabletop pose and split your fingertips nice and wide. Okay, let's switch side. Now lift your left leg behind, flexing your toes. First, find your balance. Your spine nice and long, and keep your gaze straight down. Try not to lock your elbow. Your elbow is micro bent here. Now slowly bend that left knee. Left foot is flexed. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, and down. It's not much of the movement, just try to squeeze the bum to get the best result. And down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold there, squeeze. And release it down. Let's have a downward facing dog here. Tuck your toes under and slowly lift your tailbone up. Take your time to settle down, or if you like to walk your dog, you can. Make sure head is inside of your arms, gaze straight behind in between your legs. Let's have cleansing breath here. Nice slow inhale from your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Okay, now shoot your right foot high, flexing your toes. And slowly begin to open up your hips to your right side. Bend your right knee. Gaze underneath your right arm. Let's begin making a circle with your right knee. And reverse the location. Find your stillness. Lift the foot high one last time. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Slow inhale from your nose. Exhale out through your mouth, reset. Now slowly shoot your left foot high, three-legged dog. And slowly open up your hips to your left side, bend your left knee. This time gaze is underneath your left armpit. And begin making a circle with your left knee. And reverse the rotation. Find your stillness. Now shoot that foot high, back to three-legged dog. And release it down, downward facing dog. Okay, walk to the top of your mat. Come into a standing forward bend. Maybe you can grab opposite elbow, side to side. And release your fingertips down. We're gonna do simple twist here. So begin to bend your left knee and place your left hand on top. And inhale to reach your right hand up. Small rotation. And release it down. Let's switch. Bend your knees here. And lift your left hand up. Release it down. Now tuck your chin to your chest. Nice and slow. Roll up to standing. Head is the last part to lift. And find standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward, bend, hinge from your hips. Now slightly bend both knees. Next inhale, step back with your right foot. Immediately drop your right heel down. Prepare for warrior one. Place your hands on your hips and slowly lift your body up. So your front knee is bent at the 90 degrees. And very important, make sure to have your hands on your hips and make that hips facing forward. And without shifting your hips, lift your left hand up and right hand up. Warrior one. If you like to interlace your hands and point your index finger, you can. Or if you like to bring your gaze up, you can. Just make sure your right hip is still facing forward. One more breath. Slowly look forward, release your hands down, back to low lunge. Now shoot your left foot high for three-leg dog. Exhale, scorpion dog. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop both knees down, back to tabletop pose. Exhale, Bhujangasana. And scoot down. Next, inhale, baby cobra pose. Exhale, lower your head back. Next, inhale, cobra pose. And slowly turn your head, look to your right side. And come back to center. Turn your head, look to your left. Come back to center. Tuck your toes under. Back to downward facing dog. You can go through tabletop pose to go up to downward if you need. Cleansing breath. Inhale from your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Okay, look to the top of your mat. Walk. Back to standing forward bend. Now begin to bend your left knee. Place your left hand up center. Lift your right hand up. Release it down, switch inside. Right knee bend, left hand up. Release it down. Now tuck your chin to your chest, nice and slow. Come up to standing, head is the last part to lift. Back to Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Okay, nice inhale, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward bend, hinge from your hips. Slightly bend both knees, this time step back with your left foot, low lunge. Now drop your left heel down. You want to inline your left heel with your right heel. And place your hands on your hips, slowly come up. So each side feels a little different. My left heel is a little bit tighter than right side. So just take a note of that. So first, bring your hips to center. And slowly reach your right hand up without shifting your hips to that left side. And reach your left hand up. Stay here, or you can interlace your hands, point your index finger, and tilt your head back to look up. Just keep focusing on your hips facing straight forward. Let's stay one more breath. Bring your gaze back to center and release your hands down nice and slow. Come back to low lunge. Next, inhale. Shoot your right foot high, three-leg dog. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend your right knee, gaze underneath your right armpit. So let your right foot reach towards your floor behind. Okay, nice and slow, reach the foot high, and exhale, down dog. Drop both knees down, untuck your toes, and exhale, drop your chin. Inhale, lower everything down with control. And exhale, come to baby cobra pose. Slowly lower your head down, prepare for cobra pose. Lift up. And slowly turn your head and look to your right. And come back to center. Slowly bring your gaze to your left. And come back to center. Tuck your toes under. Back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here on your own. Next, inhale, shoot your right foot high, three-leg dog. Exhale, shift forward, bring that knee to your nose. Inhale, lift up foot high. And exhale, round your back, knee to your nose. Last one, inhale. And exhale. From here, we're gonna come to half pigeon pose. So drop your right knee behind your right wrist. Drop your left leg down all the way. You can shift, drop your right hips down to adjust your left leg. When you make sure your left leg is nice and straight, bring your hips back to center. Inhale, arching your back and look up. Exhale, slowly get down on your forearms. If you like to stay on your forearms, you can, or you can bring your forehead down with control. Slowly come up halfway and slowly thread the needle to your right side. Drop your left cheek down. You can send your right hand over your head or make a half bind. Or just keep your forearm resting on your mat. Release halfway up and thread the needle to the other side. You might notice one side is tighter. Again, you can make a half bind if you like, or just keep your hands or forearms down. Slowly release that right hand down. Walk your hands towards your hips, arching your back and look up. And bring your gaze back to center. Tuck your left toes under. Next, inhale, shoot your right foot high, three-leg dog. Exhale to scorpion dog. Inhale, reach that foot high. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Maybe cleansing breath here. Inhale from your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Next, inhale, shoot your left foot high, three-leg dog. Exhale, shift forward, round your back, knee to your nose. Two more times. Inhale to lift up foot high. And exhale, round your back and squeeze. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And with control, drop your left knee down. Drop your right leg down all the way. You can lean on your left hip to make sure your right leg is nice and straight. Walk your hands towards your hips, arching your back and look up. And exhale, slowly bring your forearms down. And place your forehead down to the mat or on top of your hands or even block. Imagine you have a plate or something on your hips, making sure your hips are even, otherwise your plate will tilt over to one side. Okay, let's come up halfway. Now thread the needle to your right side first. come down, come up halfway, and then thread the needle to the other side. And slowly release both hands down. Walk your hands towards your hips, arching your back and look up. And bring your gaze back to center. Tuck your back toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Three-leg dog to scorpion dog. Gaze underneath your left armpit. And slowly come back to downward facing dog. Cleansing breath, inhale from your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Okay, walk your hands towards your feet this time. Bring your feet underneath your hips and slowly slide your hands underneath your feet, palm facing up. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Make sure your entire hands are covered by your feet. Release your hands from underneath. Bring your big toes together to touch, preparing for chair pose. Next inhale, bend both knees. Sit low as if there's chair behind. Peek down to see your toes. Next inhale, sit a little bit lower. And exhale, settle. Now place your hands together at heart center, adding twist. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, twist over to your right. So without making your knees move, you're gonna twist from your belly button. Make sure to keep your hips lower than your heart. Okay, slowly come back to center. Inhale. And exhale, twist over to your left side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rise and shine. Mini back bend. And inhale, reach up. And exhale, back to Tadasana. Okay, moving on to balancing pose. Today we're gonna practice eagle pose. You can use a block if you like. You don't have to. So find Tadasana first. Your feet about hip width apart. Nice straight spine. And make sure to engage your belly button. Now inhale to open your arms wide. Exhale, bring your right arm underneath your left. Bend both elbows. Place palms together to touch. Or you can make a fist. Or you can have opposite shoulder. Depends on where you are today. Begin to bend both knees deeply. And shift your weight to your left foot by lifting your right heel off. And slowly send that foot over to your left side. Rest your right toes on top of the block. Find your balance first. And slowly begin to lower your body. Nice and slow. Okay, slowly come back to center. My leg is shaking so much. And release, oops, and shake it off. Okay, bring a block to the other side if you're using a block. Find Tadasana, reset everything before you moving on to the other side. Okay, nice big inhale, wide open arms. Exhale, this time bring your left arm underneath. Wrap once or twice. Elbow at shoulder height to start. And begin to bend both knees deeply. Shift your weight to your right foot. And carefully send that foot over to your right side. Resting on top of the block. And begin to sit lower and lower. So you can change the height of the block too. If you like a lower one, you can knock it to lower level. If you don't need it, just hang it over, or you can hook behind the standing leg, it doesn't matter. Okay, slowly rise and shine, and release, and shake it off. Come to the top of your mat. Actually, we're gonna face this way. So come to the center of your mat, and begin to split your legs wide. So both toes facing towards me. Place your hands on your hips and hinge from your hips. Come all the way down and place your hands underneath you. If your head doesn't touch the mat, don't panic, it's okay. And slowly come up halfway. On your fingertips, lengthening your spine, gaze straight down still. And begin pointing your right foot towards your right side. And bend your right knee and extend your left leg straight. Okay, let's come back to center, both toes straight forward. And begin to point your left foot to your left side. Walk your hands and extend your right leg straight. Okay, walk your hands back to center. Okay, come up halfway. Lower it down. Now slowly bring your heels in, toes out, preparing for horse pose. So slowly place your hands together at heart center. Make sure to pull your tailbone down so you're not sticking butt up here. You can adjust by swing side to side, settle down, hands on your thigh. Let's do shoulder rotation. Slowly bring your left shoulder to the center, looking over your right shoulder. Come back to center, inhale, and exhale. Come back to center, bend both elbows, horse pose. Now lift your right heel off and release. Left heel off, release. Only if you're up for it, both heels off. And rise and shine. Hop or walk your feet together to touch. And now you can come to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward bend. Slightly bend both knees and walk your feet behind. Find your plank pose. So keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Both heels reaching back. Suck your belly in. So you don't want to lower your hips down or like halfway to a downward facing dog. Your back should be nice and straight. Now slowly, right elbow, right knee to your right elbow. Step back, left to left. Again. Let's do two more on each side. One more. Alright, lower your knees down and lower everything down with control. Drop your right cheek down, gaze to your left side. Now slowly extend your right arm to the side like a half the T shape. Left hand is underneath your shoulder. Inhale to peel your left half of your body. Place your left foot down over your right leg. And from there, you can adjust your left hand. The closer your left hand is towards your chest, the more stretch you can get. Slowly come back down and get down on your forearms. Find your Sphinx pose. Let your belly sink down to your mat. Okay, now we're gonna come to your side legs. Stretch time. So lay on the left half of the body. Your right hand is helping your balance here. Flex both feet. Now inhale, lift your right leg up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. 3 more times. Last 2. Last 1. And hold there. Lower down. This time send your right foot forward. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And lower down. Now slide your top leg and bend the bottom knee. Get down on your forearms. Have a few moments there. If this feels okay, you can send your right hand behind to grab hold of your left foot. If this feels okay, you can lower your right shoulder down towards your mat or towards the floor. So always listen to your body and add the layer as you need it. Okay, release your grip. And drop your left cheek down, gaze to your right side. Let's take a break here. Slowly send your left hand to the side. Right hand underneath your shoulder. On your next inhale, peel your right half of your body. Place your right foot over your left leg. Adjust your right hand. Remember, the closer your hand is towards your chest, the more stretch you can get. So make sure you're not lifting your head up here. One more breath here. Slowly come back down with control. Get down on your forearms back to Sphinx pose, either palm facing down or facing up. Just make sure your elbow is underneath your shoulders. Okay, now using your right elbow as a pillow, extend both legs straight. And inhale, lift your top leg up and exhale down. Inhale up and down. 3 more times. 2 more times. Last one. Forgot to hold. And release it down. This time inhale to send your foot forward and exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale back. 3 more. 2 more. Make sure right now your left top foot is not reaching that floor. Okay, now slide your top leg forward, this time touching the floor. Get down on your forearms first. If this feels good, you can stay here. If you want to add layers, you can bend the back knee. Send your right foot over, left hand over to grab hold of it. Or you can get down on your left shoulder. Release your breath. Belly flat on your mat. Hands on underneath your shoulders. Inhale, the cobra pose. And exhale, bend your knees. Come into a child's pose. First, come down to an extended child's pose. Take several breaths here. As your hip relax, you can walk your hands a little bit farther towards the top of your mat. Walk your hands to your right side. Grab your right wrist. And come back to center. Walk all the way through your left side. Grab your left wrist. And come back to center. Slowly walk your hands towards your knees. Come to a seated pose. Have a few moments there. Maybe take a moment to reconnect with your intention. Reset your breath. Okay, slowly come to a step seated pose. Grab the block before. So place the block in between your feet. And slowly get down on your forearms. So make sure you're squeezing your shoulder blades towards each other to support. And flex your feet. Inhale, lift up. Block up, exhale down, but don't place it all the way down, hover it down. Inhale up, exhale down. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last 2, last 1, and hold to the center. Inhale, swing to the right, exhale, swing to the left. Inhale, swing to the right, exhale, swing to the left. Circle to the right, Circle to the left. One more circle to the right. Circle to the left. Come back to center and slowly drop it down. And now you can lower your back down all the way. Let's shake the legs. Move your head side to side. And slowly bend your knees and grab the block. We're gonna come to a supported bridge pose. So place the block underneath your hips in lowest setting. You wanna bring your heels in slightly. Keep your knees about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Just take a moment to settle down. So you want to keep the knees in. You don't want to hold that knees up wide. And let's make that block one set higher. If you're not up for it, just keep in the lowest setting. Okay, the tallest setting is always optional, so if you are going for it, probably you can be on the tippy toes to lift your hips high. And when you slide the block down, lower your heels down and hips down. Make sure to keep your chin tucked towards your chest. And keep squeezing your shoulder blades towards each other. So from here, any height you're on, slowly lift right leg up to the sky. And lower it down. Switch side. And lower it down. Stay for 2 more breaths. Little by little, lower your block down until you reach your hips down. And then you can hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Now place the block in between your knees. Open up your arms wide like a T-shape, palm facing down. Have a nice slow inhale from your nose. Exhale, drop both knees to your right side. So your left shoulder might want to lift up, so try to send your left shoulders down. If you like, you can bring your gaze to your left side, look towards your left hand. Okay, now squeeze your belly button, bring your knees back to center. And now drop all the way to your left side. Keep your right shoulder square on your mat. If you like, bring your gaze over to your right side. Slowly bring your knees back to center and release the block. Happy baby pose. Grab arch of your feet either from inside or outside. Move any way you like.
My favorite is bringing one foot in and send the other one out as I move side to side. When you're ready, begin to settle down, come to stillness. And releasing both legs down. Separate your leg as wide as you like. Same thing as arms. Find comfortable Shavasana pose. Allowing yourself to let go everything at this moment. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. When you're ready to get out of Shavasana, slowly begin to wiggle your fingertips and toes. Noticing how you feel. Okay, let's have full body stretch. Stretch arms over your head and point your toes. And carefully bend both knees, feet flat on your mat. And roll over to your favorite side. And very nice and slow, come out of Shavasana. Let's place hands together at heart center. Take a moment to give gratitude to yourself, to that space. Okay, thank you so much for practicing with me, and see you next time.